What up, guys? The Bench Buddies are back with our Week 15 NFL playoff predictions. In this video, we're going to be showing you guys who we have making the playoffs and not only showing you who we think is going to win it all here before Week 15 gets started. But Ethan, I'll let you have the floor here.
All right, so my first matchup, we're gonna start in the AFC, Bills Steelers. In my bias picks, I'm taking the Steelers, but I just don't think they're gonna have enough, even though it's at home. They did play the Bills last year in the playoffs with Mason Rudolph, and that was a close game in Buffalo. So never know, but I got to take Buffalo. They will await their matchup. Jags Texans. This is a great divisional matchup that we're gonna see if this happens. I think just the Texans have a better defense, and I think that's just what's going to win them the playoff game in the end. So give me the Texans. Chargers, Patriots. It's tempting to take the Chargers, but I got to go with the Patriots, the home team, coming off a great season, getting the 2 seed. AFC divisional matchups. We have the Texans going into Denver, and I think the Texans get it done to advance to the AFC Championship game. A lot of the times, the 1 seed, I feel like a lot of these years, the 1 seed gets the bye and then they lose momentum. So I think the Broncos are the team that happens to this year. Texans are just going to be hot rolling. And then the Bills, Patriots, I think the Bills will get the better of them here. It's going to be a great game, but another divisional matchup that we get to see in the playoffs for a third straight, or for a third matchup of the season. Um, but got to go with the quarterback, Josh Allen, in the situation. Texans, Bills, same thing. Obviously, we're rolling with them in the AFC. And for the NFC, Seattle, Tampa Bay. Um, I'll be going with Seattle here, the wild card team. Just I think they coming off a great season, getting that 5 seed, number one wild card, a lot of momentum. And Tampa Bay, as we were talking about in our other video, Bucks and Baker, they're not looking too good right now, and I think they're going to win their division, but that's about it. Eagles, Niners, got to go with the Eagles at home, especially. Uh, they still might not win their division, but if they do, I think they'll get a home game. And the Niners, I can't see them. I really can't see them going into Philly in a tough environment and winning that game. So, same with the Lions in this situation. Packers, I mean, they're just the best of them. They get the best of them this year, like you said. Um, so, give me the Packers at home. It is hard to beat a team 3 times. That's about it. Um, Rams, Seahawks. Give me the Rams. I think they're a better team, and I think the bye will actually help them out with Sean McVay and Stafford. All the experience on that roster, I think that'll actually help them out. Eagles, Packers. Give me the Packers at home in Lambeau. I mean, that'll be a great game, but the Packers defense would probably shut down Jalen Hurts. So that's my thinking there. Rams, Packers. Give me the Packers in the upset. So Bills, Packers, Super Bowl. And I am going with the Buffalo Bills instead of your Green Bay Packers in the Super Bowl.
It's okay, man. At least they got there. Well, we'll go to my bracket here, and as you can see here, look at the teams in the AFC. They are all the same, except they are just rearranged a little bit. I have the Patriots being the 1 seed and so on. But I'll start with the Chargers going on the road to face Pittsburgh in January. It's not going to matter. I think Justin Herbert and company are going to play better and get out coached. I think Mike Tomlin's going to be from Jim Harbaugh in this one. He's won a national championship. He's won a Super Bowl. Mike Tomlin's only won a Super Bowl and his team's on a decline. And I think they
Yeah.
leap into the playoffs. So give me the Chargers. Bills beat the Texans on the road. I think Buffalo, they have to at least get to the AFC Championship game this year because if the Chiefs don't make the playoffs, I mean, huge disappointment year for the Bills if they don't make
hmm
it out of the wild card round. A lot to be left on the table, especially the Bills knowing that this was their year to possibly run the table without Mahomes in the picture. And I think at least they get off to the right start. And then Jaguars Broncos. I think this game is going to be one of the better games. We see it every year. There's going to be one of these teams that's a team that comes out of nowhere and makes it to the AFC or NFC Championship game. And I think it really could be that Jacksonville team this year, but I don't think it's going to happen because I think Denver's defense is just too much at home. Windy City, or sorry, Mile High City. in January. Going to be cold weather for those Jaguars to fly all the way up there and play at a higher altitude in the cold. Patriots Bills for the third time, and I'm going with the Bills here on the road in Foxborough. More Patriot fans are going to hate Josh Allen even more after this one, as he's going to have a big day. Then you got an AFC West rematch as well for the third time. It's going to be Chargers, Broncos. I'm going with Denver here. I just think that Sean Payton is a better coach in the NFL right now than Jim Harbaugh is, and I think he outcoaches Jim Harbaugh in this one. And I think they have the better defense as well. And you can see it here these last few years in the playoffs. Defense actually do win championships. We're starting to get back to that where offenses don't just dominate and win it all. But with that being said, I'm going with the offense over the defense in this one, and I'm going with the Bills to go to the Super Bowl like you did as well. And then my NFC looks a whole lot different than yours. I have the Panthers winning the NFC South, so they're at the 4 there. And then I have the Cowboys making the playoffs and the Bears as well to round it out. So Panthers, Niners, Niner gang. We already know how that's going to go. Whoever wins the NFC South is just a free buy game pretty much to advance to the divisional round. And I think the Niners do that. Eagles, Cowboys for the third time as well this year. Give me the Eagles, but I wouldn't be shocked if the Cowboys win this one and somehow get on. I just think whoever wins this game definitely can go on a deep run. We've seen it with Philly. Obviously, they're defending Super Bowl champions for a reason. And then we go to the Bears and Rams. Bears, obviously, a great story to even get to this point, just like the Jaguars, but it's going to be too much as the Rams offense just takes over. Sean McVay and company just keep on rolling here to the divisional round. And then you have my Packers against the Niners. And as much as I want to take the Packers, I'm still going to take them, even though they can't beat the 49ers in the playoffs. I think it's been 4 or 5 straight times in the playoffs that the Niners have beat the Packers, but it's got to come to an end eventually, and I think Mike Parsons is the difference in that one, and he is the reason why they win that one to go to the NFC Championship. Then you got another classic, Eagles, Rams, and it feels like these teams are just going to play each other every year in the playoffs, but this time it's going to the Rams, and Stafford outduels Hurts. This offense for the Eagles has struggled here, at least through the last few weeks. I think they'll still get to the playoffs, but when they go up against a high-flying offense and defense, I just don't think the Eagles can compete. Meaning I got my Packers and Rams in the NFC Championship. And you're probably thinking he's going to do that. Well, he's not going to do that. He's going with the Rams over his Packers. Unbiased pick right now. Obviously biased. I'm going to take the Packers to win the whole thing. And like you're going to take the Steelers to win the whole thing. But
Right.
I got the Rams. I just think the Rams are just on a collision course. Stafford's playing MVP ball. The offense is rolling. The defense is flying on all cylinders, and nothing can really stop this Rams offense. I mean, even in their losses, they've still put up 28 points when they lost to Carolina, and they had 4 turnovers. So they didn't lose, they didn't really get beat. They beat themselves in that aspect. So I think this Rams team is on a roll, and they're going to win the Super Bowl in California, not in LA, but in California, in the Bay. They're going to go to the Niners Stadium and win a Super Bowl in their rival stadium. Nothing better than to cap it off. But like I said, it's going to be a disappointing year for Buffalo. The one time they get to the Super Bowl with no Mahomes in the way, they unfortunately lose it this year. Mm,
Yeah. Good
yeah,
picks.
yeah, that's all we got for you in this video. Nice short little video. Hit that subscribe button down below so you can, watch more
Yeah,
of our videos and stuff and help
for
me pay
sure.
for my light bill because, times are tough out here. But until the next video, the Bench Buddies are out.